You're listening to Snippets from the Summit with your host, Scott McKay.
All right, how's it going, gentlemen? This is your main man, Scott McKay, coming at you again with another Snippet from the Summit as part of the Mountaintop podcast from X&Y Communications. There's a new dating buzzword / trend called Friendfluence. Now, this describes friends becoming directly involved in your dating interactions with women. It could apparently mean your friends interacting with you about who you're dating, or her friends interacting with her about who she's dating. Now, you're probably able to figure this one out immediately in terms of what it's all about. A woman's friends influencing her dating behavior? Well, it's based not only on what they think, but also on how their own dating experiences writ large have been going. Now, in either case, both can be either positive or negative, right? If her friends like you, that'll help her feel more comfortable continuing on with you. Also, if her friends have had a good relationship with men, have been treated well by their boyfriends or husbands lately, then you know what? They'll be more supportive of her getting into a new relationship also. But if her friends don't like you and they've had crappy relationships and bad experiences with guys lately, well, they may be whispering in your new girl's ear to leave you or to move on or to skip the whole thing. But you know what? That's only part of the friendfluential picture. The reason for this new buzzword goes much deeper than that. It's now extending to the triumphant return of double dates. Largely now with this added dimension of intentional mutual vetting of who our friends are going out with and vice versa. I mean, I think historically that's always been part of the double dating action is, kind of figuring out whether we all like each other and giving feedback. But I highly suspect that in the past it was much more about a group of friends simply getting together and having fun rather than having this built-in evaluative feature. You know what I mean? So apparently, a major indicator of this new trend's validity is Tinder's new double date feature. As a matter of fact, that new Tinder feature may have actually launched the buzzword. And yeah, I mean, online dating and apps are dead. So indeed, Tinder and its ilk got to do what they got to do to stay relevant, right? But in this case, leveraging Friendfluence appears to have actually moved the needle. Dating may indeed be shifting from solitary swiping in an unexpected way towards Friendfluence. The double date feature is reportedly especially attractive to younger women because it feels safer and less pressured than meeting a stranger alone. Well, how about that, gentlemen? What do you know? It comes down to women feeling safe and secure with the guy they're with. So that means there really is something to this Friendfluence trend. And here's another reason why it matters. This really could represent a meaningful correction to app dating. The old app model isolates two strangers, putting enormous pressure on immediate action, and removes the real human social context that historically helped people evaluate one another in a reasonably meaningful scenario, that being, well, a date. Over the past few years in particular, people have become increasingly wise to an AI-driven quick hit picture and a witty sentence or two. So this is exactly what the doctor ordered in terms of perhaps getting online dating apps back on their feet and being somewhat useful again. So Friendfluence could be a good thing. Instead of cynically viewing a woman's friends as either obstacles to get around or kind of akin to the panel of judges on America's Got Talent, a socially capable man understands that attraction often grows through the way he handles an entire environment. He does not perform for the woman while ignoring everyone else. And as for the double dating dimension in particular, the positives there could include social proof, less pressure and more comfort, as we mentioned, natural conversation because there are more people to talk to, perhaps more playful interaction because more people are bantering together, creating much more opportunity there, right? and not to be overlooked, breaking free of any performative habits we may have slipped into when we're in quote-unquote dating mode, right? And yes, opportunities for women to observe how a man treats everyone, not merely her. And of course, that's not gender specific. But that last point is indeed in line with the previous episode from last week about what attractive women are screening for when they watch a man, right? Finally, there's a useful warning that comes along with this trend of friendfluence. While her allowing her friends to meet you and vice versa is potentially healthy, as we've discussed in this brief episode, always remember that allowing the group chat to make every romantic decision is not. We shouldn't do that when it comes to the women in our lives, and we certainly should stand up for ourselves if it comes to any negative influence on a woman we're dating. Want to talk about this or anything else? Scott at mountaintoppodcast.com. Be good out there.
As always, visit mountaintoppodcast.com for more.